Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another Settlers Focus On video where we are focusing on the well. And I don't know what you call someone who works at a well, so we will call him the well worker. Well, well, well. If you ever wanted to explain the Settlers game and the vibe, this is the screenshot that you need. And look how gorgeous this looks. Look how peaceful this is. And there's our guy working away, bringing out the water from the well. He also makes buckets. I don't know how that's useful, but this is his job. He goes out, he looks at the well, he thinks, I don't know how to use that, and then he walks around the other side and he looks through his window here. You see, he looks through his window. He kind of, I don't know what to do. I tell you what I'm going to do, and he goes back into his house, and I can only assume that he uses the indoor plumbing. Because he doesn't draw any water from the well. I think he uses the indoor plumbing. He turns on his tap and he fills up a bucket and he produces water. Water's useful, of course, for the pig farm, for the bakery, and for the brewery as well. So very useful, very necessary. Let's take a deeper dive as we look at the well worker. Okay, so I have a theory. And it's just a theory, but we're going to test it here. And my theory is that water is an unused mechanic. In the tip, it says that that wells need to be placed near to a water source, like a river or an ocean, you would think. But I've never noticed that to be the case in actually playing the game. So it's time to test it, and I'm testing it in this way. We've got storehouses, 6 of them, with no water in. I'm also going to test to make sure that it's the hand that becomes the well worker, and you don't need anyone else. We're going to build some wells. We've got enough wood in each of these storehouses to build a well, and I'm going to put them on these different landscapes. And my theory is it's going to make absolutely no difference. We've got meadow, we've got earth, we've got swamp, which you'd think would have lots more water. We've got lava, which you would, this is kind of a lava stone, which you'd think would have no water. We've got desert, again, you'd expect no water. And here's a special one. This is meadow, but it's got a water resource located in it, and that's something you can add to the map. But again, I don't think this is going to make any difference. We're going to check it out. So none of these storehouses have any water in them. First mistake. Weren't able to even build on the sand, so no well there. Okay, so we are getting well workers, which means that they don't need a tool. You can just take them from the hand, and so you'll never run out of well workers. That's good to know. While those well workers are working well, try saying that 3 times fast, we'll look at the math. So the guy, as we saw his workday, he enters his house. 7 seconds later, he walks outside. And he walks outside for 21 seconds. He then rests within his house for a few seconds, and then he walks out. He takes him 2 seconds to go back and forth. But the water is available from the 43rd second. Now, the whole thing, his workday takes 45 seconds on average, and the water is also available every 45 seconds on average. This means that it's actually exactly the same as the miller. The output every 45 seconds, so he will work at exactly the same rate, which means that the best ratio for the farmer is still 7 to 4 to 4. When we get to the baker, we'll see how many we need of each, but however many we need of the miller, we need of the well worker. It's not going to change. So again, 7 and 4 and 4 is quite a lot. We could easily adjust that to 2 farmers, to 1 miller, to 1 well worker. But for absolute optimism, that's not a word, but for absolute optimal performance, 7, 4 and 4 would work. So yeah, let's go back to our well workers and see if it matters where they are positioned. And the long and the short of it is, it doesn't matter at all. So you can see we've got 100 buckets there, 100 there, probably got 100 there, yeah, Let's see, we've got 99 here just because that one started last. And I've got 101 here because this one started first. So yeah, it doesn't matter at all. We've had 100 buckets from each and they're still coming. The water, it's an unused mechanic. It doesn't matter where you put the well, as long as you can build it, it will produce water for you. It will produce water for you every 45 seconds, and it will keep doing so for the foreseeable future until the game dies. So, so don't worry about where you put the well. Put it where it's needed. So, for now, we say goodbye to the well worker. Thank you, sir. It's been a pleasure. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you for our next episode.